We'll ask you about this amana. How did you take care of that amana? Do we really take care of this amana? And in another hadith, the Holy Prophet says, "Kullukum ra'i wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'iyati." You are all responsible, and Allah will ask you about your responsibility. How did you take responsibility? The husband is responsible, and the wife is responsible. But ar-rijalu qawwamuna 'ala an-nisa, according to the Holy Quran. Men are the leaders of women. Allah will ask us on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah, how did you take care about your trust? And that's why we see Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen on that day of Shahada, he cried a lot about that Zahra. He cried a lot, as we are going to mention inshallah ta'ala. So when we talk about Lady Zahra, let us remember that she, as a wife, let us honor our wives the way Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen honored her. If we talk about daughters, she was the daughter of Rasulullah. How is the relationship between us and our daughters? Are we good to our daughters that we can be happy to introduce them to people? Say, this is my daughter. Have we trained them to become Zainab salamullahi alayhi? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. That they can stand to defend madhab of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. That they can have those hujjaj, those proofs. They can say, this is what the Holy Quran says. This is what the Hadith says. This is what the Ma'sumin says. This is Islam. Have we prepared the ground for them? They say in Iraq there was a lady called Bintul Huda. This Bintul Huda was the sister of Sayyid Muhammad Baqir al-Sadri. Sayyid Muhammad Baqir al-Sadri is the one who has written many books, mashallah, including Iqtisaduna, our economy. At that time, when people didn't know about Islamic banking system and finance, he wrote the book about Islamic finance and Islamic banking. He is Shaheed. Saddam La'anatullahi alayhi killed him. But not him only, with the sister Bintul Huda. She is Shaheeda. But she, at that time, when people actually were sleeping, she used to write books about Islam in a form of novel. And she saved many Muslim women. They returned to Islam. Have we prepared our daughters to be like Bintul Huda? When we are in this majalis, we need to remember that Lady Zahra salamullahi alayha was the daughter of Rasulullah, and the Holy Prophet prepared her to be one who will carry the banner of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah Aliyun Waliyullah. And it is here we need to remember, when we talk about Lady Zahra salamullahi alayha, we need to talk about our sisters as well. How is the relationship between us and our sisters? Islam tells us that you boy, you man, when your father dies and you inherit your father, you get a bigger portion than your sister. Why? It's because you are going to take care of her. You will be responsible. If she stays with you at home, she shouldn't spend any money. You spend for her, because she is an ornament. What is the relationship between us and our sisters? So when we talk about this lady, we need to remember that those important points are very important for us. There is no any lesson which we can learn through history, and then if we don't practice that, we will lose a point in terms of history. Now let us remember the masa'ib which happened on that particular day, on that particular moment when Islam was attacked. I use Islam was attacked. For those who know, for the sake of history, they tell us that Rasulullah left this world without appointing an imam. He left the world without appointing anyone to lead Muslims. This is one opinion, very famous opinion. We say, first of all, it's not logical that the Holy Prophet taught us how to go to the toilet. If you go to the toilet, you use your left hand. When you come out of the toilet, you use your right. When you eat with your right hand. When you eat, say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When you go here, do this. When you go there, do that. He taught us each and everything. Now Rasulullah is leaving this world. He didn't prepare someone to lead the world. He didn't prepare someone to lead Muslims. They said, yes, maybe. He left the Ummah to choose. How can the children, how can the students choose a teacher? You become our teacher, teach us, because the teacher is not around. The class will be in chaos totally. The Holy Prophet didn't leave this Ummah like that. We understand that. He said from the first day in Makkah, not in Medina, in Makkah, in that Hadith Dar, when he invited Bani Abdul Muttalib, after talking to them, he said, who among you can be Akhi, wa wasi, wa khalifati fikum? Who can be my brother, Akhi, wa wasi, and the one who will take care of my wasi? Now, there is inheritance, so I want to give it to him. Wa khalifati fikum, and the one will be Khalifa. No one stood up except Ali bin Abi Talib alayhi salam. Sallallahu Muhammad wa alayhi That was in Makkah, not in Medina. It was in Makkah. Now, number two, in Makkah before Hijrah, Rasulullah said, these mushrikeen are attacking me. They have called me many names. Now I'm leaving Makkah, but they have given me their trusts. I have trust here. If I go away with this trust, they will talk bad about me and nobody will become a Muslim. Ya Ali, you stay behind, and this trust, you have to return them to them. He left him. Why? Because nobody could return the trust except Rasulullah or someone from him, and that was Ali bin Abi Talib. Year 9 of Hijrah in Medina, when Surah Bara'ah came down, Surah Tawbah, Surah number 9, the Holy Prophet ordered, and this is in the books, he told Abu Bakr to take the ayah, the surah, to read to mushrikeen. While he was in the middle of the way, books of history, including books of tafsir, they say that Jibril came to say, Ya Rasulullah, no one can carry this surah to people of Makkah except you or someone who is from you. And that was Ali bin Abi Talib. And indeed, he carried the ayah and the surah, he read it to the people of Makkah. Now, while they were coming back from Hijjatul Wada, the last pilgrimage, they stood in that pond of Ghadir and the Holy Prophet made it clear to the people that Man kuntu maulahu fahada aliyun maulahu. Whomsoever I am his master, Ali will be his master. Allahumma wali man wala. Oh Allah, be and support the one who will support him. Wa'adi man adahu, and be enemy of whoever will be enemy of him. So we understand that the Holy Prophet left the deen intact. He left the deen as it was brought to him, and that's why when he passed away, first of all, we understand that on that particular